Hello and welcome to the Susie Makes Craft channel, a craft channel that takes you through a variety of how to do a variety of crafts from mainly basic level, some intermediate level, not many advanced. But today anyway comes under the knitting category, and I'm going to show you how to cable for back, or C4B as it is normally written in an English knitting pattern. So I have started off by I've cast on 14 stitches for the purpose of this demonstration, and I've purl 5, knit 4, purl 5, and on the reverse I do the reverse. I knit 5, purl 4, knit 5. So I've done that for 4 rows. And now I'm on the 5th row where I'm going to show you how to C4B, or cable 4 back. So all cable knitting is normally sits between some purl stitches. What this helps, it helps give your cable patterning some definition, which will become more evident as I progress with this. So we're going to start by purl 5. Most patterns will dictate how many purl stitches are required immediately before and after a cable stitch. Now I'm going to, so I've purled 5, now I'm going to C4B, cable 4 back. So this is my cable needle. I do have a few cable needles, and they used to come all straight, but now they come with this lovely groove in the centre of them, which makes it easier not to lose your stitches when you've got your cable needle hanging there before you pick it up and knead it again. So now what you're going to do is take 2 stitches from the left hand needle and put them onto your cable needle and leave at the back of your work. Make sure the stitches sit in the grooves, there's less chance of them falling off. And what you're going to do now is knit 2 stitches from the left hand needle in the normal way. So 1, 2, and you're going to let go of your left hand needle. Now if you tend to knit loosely and your stitches might fall off if you let go of your left hand needle, put a little needle stopper on there, which are available on most knitting yarn stores or online. But my knitting tends to be on the slightly firmer side, so I know that needle's not going anywhere. So I've let go of my left hand needle and I've picked up my cable needle sitting on the back of my work, and I'm going to knit those 2 stitches from the cable needle in the normal way. So it's just like working with 3 needles really. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but that has crossed 2 stitches over the other 2 stitches, going in this direction. If you cross 4 front, they go in this direction. Cross 4 back, the stitches go in this direction, as you can see there. Now I'm going to finish this row with a purl 5. 1. I get so in the zone, I forget to stay in camera. I get so in the zone so quickly when I'm knitting. Now you turn over and do the reverse, as in knit the knit stitches, purl the purl stitches. You usually only ever cable on the front of your work, but as I say, there's always the exception. So I've knitted those 5 stitches. Now I'm going to purl 4 where I made the cable on the other side, and now I'm going to knit 5 stitches to bring the back row to an end. Now I'm going to work a couple more rows and then I'll just show you that technique one more time. So there you can see it's slightly more evident now. You started off with your flat sort of stocking stitch, I guess it is really, on the front, and then when you needed to cross, did 4 rows of stocking stitch on that cable. and you needed to cross, you cross them over, and that is what creates that lovely cable pattern. And can you see with the pearl stitches either side that sit nice and flat, it really emphasises the cable pattern, which is what you want on the front there. So I'm just going to work a couple more rows. Feel free to fast forward to watch the C4B or cable 4 back again, if this is a little bit like watching paint dry. I can understand, if you know a bit about knitting already, that this is the case sometimes. So I've purled 5, knitted 4. You don't cable every row, otherwise it would look a little bit of a knotty mess for that particular section anyway. Different cable patterns, you do your cable crossovers at different stages usually. It's not easy keeping track of a cable pattern, but if you've got pen and paper to hand and carefully work it through one by one, marking down each row as you've done it, then it's very, very satisfying. Cable knitting is my favourite form of knitting. I absolutely love it. I made all my children's jumpers when they were little, and many of them were cable jumpers. I've made them for myself as well. And when you think about it, I mean, it fascinates me how just 2 simple stitches, the knit stitch and the purl stitch, can create such beautiful work. It's just how you manipulate the stitches that give you the beautiful patterning. Right, now I'm going to show you that cable 4 back or C4B again. So I'm going to purl the first 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now once again, you get your cable needle and you take off the next 2 stitches on your left hand needle and just stick them in the indentation of that needle there and drop to the back of your work. You knit 2 stitches from the left hand needle in the normal way, so you're leaving those 2 out of the equation for now, the ones on the cable needle, and then you let go of your left hand needle and pick up the cable needle and just knit those 2 stitches in the normal way. Oh, yeah, you can see there, you can see the next crossover along there. So I'm just going to purl 5. It'll become more evident when I get back to the front again. Remember to stay on camera, Sue, for goodness sake. Should know by now, I've done enough of these videos. Turn your work over and you reverse. So knit 5. And then you purl the 4 stitches that you cabled on the previous row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then knit 5. Let's put the needle down. There. So now you can see that you have the crossover there and the crossover there. So we've crossed 4 back twice. And with these, as I said before, these pearl stitches either side, it makes that stand out lovely and give you that lovely cabley ropey effect. So if you have enjoyed this video and would like to learn more about knitting or a variety of other crafts, Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you have too. Consider subscribing and you won't miss a future video. Thanks for stopping by. It's been great fun. Bye for now.